Hey everyone, welcome to the next episode of Casual Station Review. Sorry, I've always wanted to do that. Today we have the newest map to Space Station, COG. I don't know very much about the history of this map, but I do know that it is old. Like, a very old map for Space Station 13. I believe Goon, but I'm not sure of that. Either way, none of that matters because the only thing that does actually matter when talking about the design of the station is if it performs well with 14's mechanics, 14's gameplay, 14's design, 14's events. And whew, this station is a doozy. Let's start off with the only non-offensive area. Command. Captain's room is very nice. We'll talk about the decor later, as usual. But I like this little side room where all the storage stuff is. I am a fan of the bridge area here. I am a fan of how it spawns with like a tech disc and a bunch of other like random stuff. There's actually stuff for each head here. You know, you have the Haas's handcuff and muzzle, CMO stuff. I believe this is cargo, RD, NG. Pretty basic stuff. Connected via like a little bedroom slash desk setup, which is very nice. I'm a very big fan of this. We have Hop, which serves the sort of same situation thing. I don't know how to describe it. As where is it? My favorite part of Atlas. This sort of pseudo command area that Top like sits in and acts as the gatekeeper of. Pretty good. I like the airlock here, and that's pretty much it for command. I give it a 5 out of 5. It has enough stuff to make it unique above every other station, and I am generally a fan of its layout. Keeps it simple, stupid. Anyway, security. Ooh, boy, security. This is a doozy. First of all, we have an armory exposed to space. No locking it behind three reinforced walls will make it protected. If it's exposed to space, it's not safe because anyone with insoles, enough welding fuel, and wire and like enough tools could just break in here silently and you'd have no idea. Bad. Um, Warden's little office here is in a bad spot. Warden needs constant, like, eye on either Perma or Brig or Armory, preferably a multiple or all of them. This accomplishes nothing. Warden does not get a good view of the cells, does not get a good view of Perma, does not get a good view of the Armory from their office where they're going to be sitting. I would move this here. This would give them a good view of all three for once. Anywho, the brig cells themselves are fine. I'm not exactly a fan of how they are all the way in the back, but who cares? Um, this locker room is in a very good spot, and while I wish the brig was closer to the entrance of security, at the same time, this does prevent shitters from being shitters. So I can't exactly complain too hard. The break room is nice. The interrogation room, I am actually a very big fan of. I especially like how this is separated via a blast door, so you could keep rabid prisoners in. The perma itself is actually, I think, the coolest feature because you actually have a proper visitation area that is open to the public. And don't get me wrong, this gets bombed all the damn time. Like, this pretty much exclusively exists to get bombed and break out of perma. But the perma itself is very easy to escape from, but not to the point where, like, you have to do one thing to break into it. Like, the two most obvious spots are right here, and you still have to hit them with an actual C4. And even if you do hit that, you have, like, a warden very near that will be well aware of this, and you'd end up damaging the front area, letting Sec know. And as for the front, this could easily be squashed in a fair bit. Like, this entire airlock serves no purpose but to make it more difficult for security to handle prisoners. Overall, I honestly started out thinking this was going to be like a lot worse, but it's still not good. But it gets a 3 out of 5, boosted mostly by the perma and Haas's office being connected to command, which I didn't mention almost. 3 out of 5. Okay, I don't want to touch service at the moment. Psy, why not? I have not actually been in Psy yet. It's like personally as gameplay, because I mean, come on, how the hell would I? Barely been out. Anyway, front desk is nice. I'm a big fan of this. The boardroom being viewable is whatever, but who cares? I am a fan of how they have their little morgue here, along with the crafter being here. Then, very nice robotics area, very compact. Compact. The anomaly room, I feel, could use some work. I don't know. Okay, the anomaly generator itself being front, center, present, imposing, big fan. But the positioning of the servers, like, one server blows up, the other one next to it blows up. Kinda weird. That, and you have a generator here, and then a back room with stairs and generators, and the apes. Not generators, the APs, sorry. Not exactly the greatest fan of it. The artifact room, though, very much slaps. I am a very, very big fan of this artifact room. First of all, we have marked decals on each of the things. Normally, I talk about Decor separately, but these serve a gameplay purpose and feel like something that would actually exist in a proper laboratory. It's very nice. Psy having their own cans is a very good thing. I like this storage room feeling like a maintenance area. Really drives home the fact that this is a storage area. RD's office is very big. That's an interesting thing about like this map in particular. With the exception of the head of security's office and where's QM's, I believe, and as well as CE's, and where the hell's quartermaster's office? And quartermaster's, all of the head offices are pretty sizable. Overall, this science department, I kind of am a fan, actually. Huh. I'm a fan of this science department. That feels weird to say. 4 out of 5. It has a couple things that I wish it didn't have, like random, like why is this random 2-tile wide spacing here? But it has a lot of spots I do really like. Yeah. Connect over to Med. This... Oh boy. Okay, first of all, this Medbay needs a full redesign to work with 14 or until new med is added. Because this is built around new med, like surgery and all that, and it just it does not work. Like, I'm going to be completely frank with you. It does not work when you're dealing with 14's current setup. Like, let's start off with Chem. Chem has Psi access. Chem and Psi do not need access to each other. I am unaware if this is a 13 thing, but this is not needed. What is the point of this hallway and the main desk being here? This is this is not a public area. Like, there's no public. How do I put this? The biggest issue with this, there's no public chem access area, and all of the access areas are bed exclusive. Even though we have all of this space right here that could fit a chem lab very easily. Other than that, though, the medbay itself isn't terrible. Surgery is surgery, who cares? The morgue itself, okay, the morgue is tiny. Like, this is an incredibly tiny morgue for a station of this size. Come on. Back room, I'm not sure the purpose of this. I think it might be a psych ward, but yeah, no, it's a psych ward, but we also have the office down here, which is weird. Virology gets cut off, but I'm pretty sure this is just an evac pod, but so, like, who cares? The triage area itself, non-offensive. I do not have any major issues with it. And now for people who've only played and seen 14, gotta explain this. This is normally a genetics area where you have monkeys and you do genetic stuff, because I believe that is a thing Goon Station has. This is not present in 14, so yeah. It's sort of just been recreated into this little weird park thing that's also part of Viro, which also got removed. Med has no gameplay. Just a week away for surgery. Either way, besides this one glaring flaw and a CMO office that is way too tiny for its size, this med bay... the morgue is an issue. This is a 2 out of 5 med bay. There's too many compounding problems here for me to rate it any higher. Again, designed for 13, doesn't work for 14, and that's not just because med hasn't been updated yet. It's because 14 is going to be fundamentally different in med gameplay. Fundamentally different. Okay, let's talk about the shithole that is NG. Oh boy. Okay, where do I even start with this? Genuine question. I do not know where to start with this. Okay. This engineering bay is the worst fucking engineering bay I've ever goddamn seen. How do you manage to make an engineering bay worse than fucking Origin? Look at the desk area itself is fine. I'm a fan of it even. But then you have a second desk area here that appears to serve no purpose at all. CE's office is way too close to the front and will just get bombed into. A problem that the CMO's office also shares because, again, why does the CE office need to be publicly accessible at the front? That's probably a Goon Station thing. I don't know. Okay. The Singularity Chamber itself, okay. You have the same problem as Core, where if this thing looses, everyone dies. But where Core designs around it to make it, interesting and unique for, its station gimmick, this just sucks. There's no bar that's there's no bar that's viewable from this. There's no anything that's viewable for this. This just sucks. It's just bad. Okay, I just want to get done with this fucking engineering bay. Okay, we have the spaz room sucks. I like that these are bolted in by default because, good lord, why they aren't? Why are they not? The storage room sucks. The shuttle bay is fucking useless because anywhere you would build a shuttle is way too far away. The TEG itself is, for no goddamn reason, separated from the rest of engineering. Atmos itself is protected, but okay, let's imagine for a second you are an Atmosian who has come into work from arrivals. You do not have your suit. How do you get to your job without going through space? And I know what you're thinking. Well, you just use this random disposals pipe that takes you into your job. But why is it hidden here, and why is the only way into Atmos through space? You know, security could never need to get into Atmos to arrest someone who's plasma flooding. Nah, that could never happen. Good lord. Okay, are we done? Okay, these cans are way too out, but we have plenty of room for storage space. I am a fan of this cooling loop, although I don't know why there's pumps and valves here. That's stupid. Redundant. Calm. This singularity chamber could easily fit a Tesla, but for some reason this is here, exposed to space. None of these are radiation, or sorry, not radiation. These have rad things on them. Never mind, or rad shutters is what I mean. Blah. Why is there a gas dispenser out here in space? What the hell is this airlock? Why is there a smez here that can't be re-wrenched if it gets unwrenched? This feels like it was slapped together as a joke. 0 out of 5. And that is a hard 0 out of 5 because it actively took work to make an engineering bay this bad. To remove the normal non-space access from Atmos and the TEG, you had to work on making systems around a stupid choice. Fucking why? Cargo has their own salvage dock. Thank fuck. Christ. Cargo has their own salvage dock. They have their own little magnet, outreach thing, which I think is very nice and is a good mechanic. Oh, sorry, hold on. I'm not done bitching about Atmos yet. You could just attach Atmos with a wire cutter. I don't think I need to say any more about why this station is shit when you could easily just attach the entirety of fucking Atmos with a wire cutter. Moving back to cargo. Salvage's locker room is actually pretty nice. I'm a fan of how it contains the Borg modules for the Borgs that come in, because we always get a salvage Borg. Let's not kid ourselves. I like how it is connected directly to cargo's locker room / cargo bay, but I don't know how to feel about this conveyor system and access. First of all, to get to the cargo shuttle, which is a required mechanic, mind you, you are required to fly the cargo shuttle manually and go to the automated trade system. You have to step over conveyors. Why? Why would you do that? Plus, it goes way too much in when you could easily just knock this out and have a much bigger goddamn, cargo space for no reason, but, why the fuck not? Let's just limit the space for no goddamn reason. This storage room in the back is pointless. I'm not sure why you have a direct line to engineering that does nothing. Ugh. The desk area is non-offensive. That's the only good thing I could say about this. You have weird conveyors that don't do anything that lead to a public storage bay that does nothing? Why are there so many random conveyors that go to nowhere? We have a mailing unit system. Just remove this back room, make it a mail service room, use the mail service. Christ. QM's office is way too damn small where we have all of this fucking space to work with. This cargo cargo gets a 1 out of 5. God, I cannot talk today. 1 out of 5, not a fan. Okay, are we done with every department? Oh, Christ. Okay, now we have to talk about fucking service. Okay, this is a robust service area, to say the least. And I don't know where to start with it. Bonnie, why not? Start at the right. Okay, this is a very, very stylized Bonnie area, and I'll talk more about it in Decor, but gameplay-wise, perfectly functional. You might be noticing this. Goon, where the map was originally ported from, once again, was a station that has a rancher as a job. Or a station, server, whatever. It has rancher, and as such, it has a ranching area. This, of course, is now been ported to 14, and I'm not sure if it will be. Once again, if you are a maintainer / contributor / whoever, please make rancher. I would play the shit out of that. Anyway, as for a Bonnie area, this is very serviceable. There's plenty of hydro trays, you have plenty of breathing room, and again, not talking about Decor here, it feels nice. And that's the real victory. Plus the locker room, front desk, this feels like its own little bitty department. I'm a fan of that. I forgot to talk about comms and fucking Grav. Cool, comms is over here on its own satellite away from engineering. Gravity's all the way over here away from engineering. I already gave it a fucking 0. Who cares? We can't go into negatives, unfortunately. Although, God, I wish I could! Moving on. This is a fucking awesome kitchen and bar layout. I am such a fan. Okay, we have the kitchen here with plenty of middle islands that serve for counter space, like an actual kitchen. We have a thing to pass things to the bartenders, and this bar. Oh, this bar. Oh, this bar. Such a good bar. Kitchen itself doesn't have their own, desk. They share it with bar, requiring bar and kitchen to work together, which is such a nice touch. They share so much space back here. You have the little, so I'm not even sure what to call this besides just a break room, so break room. And then you have this, little dock here. You can pass stuff to each other. It's just nice. Very nice service area so far. Dorms is serviceable. And, well, I am not a fan of the competitive shitting. And I'm especially not a fan of... Where was the other bathroom? I know I saw another bathroom at some point. With more competitive shitting. But, yeah, whatever. Not a fan of competitive shitting, but whatever. Who cares? Actually, I think this is supposed to be tempered glass. Who cares? I'm a fan of these dorms, and actually, fun fact. The first round I played this on, we actually had a Revs round, and after the Revs round was over, people started, going green gang and blue gang, and just, it started an entire war in the common room that was really, really funny. I don't know, I just find that really cool. Clown room is fine. This boxing ring is so good. I'll talk more about its decor later, but it is such a nice position. You come to this service area on break, you're going to get a good-ass break. All I'm saying. Chapel itself is very large. And first of all, we have the ugliest chapel layer ever, but I'll talk more about decor later. And we have our own funeral service to space, which has definitely not been used to human sacrifice people to the space gods. I say definitely not because I saw the Chaplain do that the first round I played. God damn it, Chaplain! Anyway, back area for, I guess, D&D? I don't know. Probably D&D. Probably D&D. This very interesting take on a confessional booth that many stations have. All like an aquarium here, which personally I would spawn some slugs in just to make it give it that extra touch. Chaplain has their own office, their own morgue, incinerator. It's very nice. Jenny and Disposals is in a back room and kind of almost forgotten about to the point where it feels mean, but I'm not exactly complaining. One thing I will complain about though, what the fuck is this Disposals layout? Like, okay, I did not go to Disposals, and I still have not gone to Disposals, but this is an incomprehensible mess where there just doesn't need to be one. Whatever. Wait, what the fuck? Why is Detective's office over here? Probably a goon thing. It doesn't. Security already got enough of a bashing. Who cares? Yep. This service. Ooh, Bet even has their own like little thing out here along with Sec. This service area, the courtroom could use some work. That's the only complaint I have. It could definitely use some work. This service area gets a 4 out of 5. There's a couple things I don't like how separated it feels from the rest of the station, along with this disposal area, but it's pretty good. Okay, now to get to complaining. The station's design is fucking terrible, and it's not just because of the engineering department. Okay, like, how do I start this? Where do I even begin? Okay. Arrivals? I'm not sure which of these docks is Arrivals. I think this dock is Arrivals, so let's talk about it. Meteor! Arrivals is now spaced. Meteor! Evac is now spaced. Meteor! Other evac is now spaced. Design your stations around meteors, please. Bonnie! Meteor. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fair. That's actually protected. Cargo has an excuse because, duh. Medical. Spaced. Psi has mains covering, which is also exposed to space. There's way too many holes. Like, okay, you need to understand where I'm coming from. I play exclusively on low roleplay servers. You can call me a stupid, you can call me dumbass, you can say that invalidates my review. I don't care. I am the one with the YouTube channel, and I will say stupid things on it if I feel like it, dickhead. But one minor explosion from an anomaly, artifact, some shitter with a welder bomb, anything, this all becomes spaced. This hallway, this hallway, this hallway. Even the bar with its own little arcade things. This little, like, music room, slash chess tournament room thing. Spaced with one explosion. Reporter room. Which, okay, fair enough. But, like, there's way too many random places that could just have random spacings for no reason. As for the placements of the departments, like, okay, let's also talk about the hallways. Let's talk about the hallways before we talk about the placement of departments. Let's say I am a Cargonian. I have a bounty to acquire some limes and some soups. I walk out of cargo. Pretend the Cargonian's on meth, and that's the only way to make this bearable. Do you see the problem? I see the problem of this is one long hallway that connects all the departments, and if anything on this damn station, like, gets damaged from these hallways, you're fucked. You are disconnected from the rest of the station if this hallway has a trit leak or a plasma flood or whatever. If any of these hallways have any minor issues, the main way around is screwed. Let's look at Core, which has the same Singularity Center setup. This hallway gets damaged, go around. While there's one main hallway, it is a loop on itself. Train has an excuse of having maintenance tunnels through each goddamn car. Well, it is difficult to avoid a single hallway damage cutting off the entire station. It is mitigated by the presence of these mains corridors and the portals. Even Origin, who I fucking loathe, has hallways going every which way to prevent this issue. COG has all of this literal space that serves no purpose but to block off everything. Here's the solution. And I know I talked about having a solution in this space already, but just roll with it. Hallway, up through here, fucking kneecap this stupid disposals area, into here, and through here. While this is still not a major hallway, this serves as a side route to prevent the exact same issue I highlighted. I just highlighted. Okay, I don't want to be mean, but I have to give it the maximum -5 for design, because there's so much wasted space that could have so much cool stuff in it, and the maintenance areas themselves, which are normally supposed to be gimmicky and like, haha, funny, it's just such a waste. Even Atlas has more interesting mains areas. Dude. Atlas has more robust mains areas, and this is the worst fucking station in rotation. In my opinion, obviously. Well, okay, that's not fair. Atlas does not have that. But like bare bones, basic marathon. What do we have for maintenance areas? We have a maintenance bar. We got all this maintenance stuff. COG, you just have, like, okay, you do have, to be fair, you do have a couple interesting rooms, but there's so much wasted space. I'll say it again. Wasted space. Not -5. -5. Decor, I do have good things to say. And bad. Oh boy. Okay. Decor-wise, the second area is decorated enough. Command is decorated enough. Cap's room is decorated funny, like a toddler almost. Which is kind of funny. I forgot to talk about the vault, but it got central nuke. It's whatever. God, this is the worst one I've done so far, huh? Reception area is very nice, but that's about where my praise stops. Why is this medical area red, and who made these decals? They're so off-center in places for no reason. Like, why is there a random red lip up here that's exposed to the elements when down here it's covered? You could have just had not, like, just more gray or a white line all the way down. Why, like, why does cargo not have more, like, these literal fucking crayon drawings marking 1 and 2 on the ground? Why is NG the way it is at all? Why is this tool cabinet in an exposed part of the ground for no reason? Why is, frankly, all of NG just the way it is with these pointless coverings? Just, why are there stairs here that are pointed, well, okay, the correct way, but think about this. You are hauling this thruster to build a shuttle. You're not gonna haul it upstairs. Same with the AP room. You're not hauling it upstairs, dude. I'll be honest, there's so much random decor good. Like, this chapel pattern, unique, and I kind of like it. It's kind of good. And then you have this off-shapen carpeted mess, which is bad. You have Bonnie's amazing, like, loop of grassland. And then you, for some goddamn reason, have this just stupid tile here. And these random tilings here that just are ugly. Oh boy. I am going to keep it at a solid 0. It's not bad, it's not good. And with that, I can finally stop reviewing the station. Scores on screen now. Like, comment, subscribe. Also, I want to mention it here because I know I'm going to get comments about it. Yes, I am aware this station has bugs, oversights, issues like air alarms, like some air alarms not being connected, fire lock placements being weird. This is talking about station design, not design. Well, okay, not errors. Like stuff that needs to be thought about and rethought about. Because a fire lock not being linked is a 1-second change. This entire, fucking mess here is not a simple change. That's it. Bye bye.